So what you do is you press Command, Shift, and 5. That pops up the screen over here, little hand, and you can start recording over here. It'll say, capture the selected window, or capture the entire screen, or you can record, or you can stop it at any time. Otherwise, there's a button on the touch bar that you can hit stop, and it'll stop for us. Right? Okay, so now that we've done that, let's pop this up nice and big. We're going to go to Drive. Where is it? Ashtray. Oh, cheers. Okay. Right. Sometimes you'll get this sort of screen. It's because Think Brainwave is my main account. So we're going to go down to GroSpace 1.0 at gmail.com. I'm going to click on that. We then go to our asset list, right? You can see there's these tabs on top. We can keep this one and we can close this one, right? Let's close that one. Now we've got our drive and then we've got our asset list.
I'll just put the PLUs on the side.
That's perfectly fine. So basically what will happen is we will create a form now. For each person, I see that you've got name, admire, what. This doesn't seem like it makes sense because this says deposits. I don't know why these details are in here.
Names are just there for the PLU numbers, so we don't have to flash in between them.
So what we need to then do is then create a new column over here. So we can add a column more than likely over here. Where is it? It's different on the iPad, eh? Insert one left is what you click, and that pops up a column over here. You can then take this, go down to the bottom, hold Shift, click here, hit Command, hit X because you want to cut it. You're then going to go here and hit Command V to paste, and you're going to click on here. You're going to click like this, and you're going to freeze the row if possible. Where's the freezing? Freezing is not here. So I'll edit this to make it nice and clean.
And if they take out more than one tool,
yeah, so you'll be able to do that. I'll show you now that.
Just out of curiosity, why are you using Drive instead of Excel?
Because I want it on the cloud, yeah, because then everyone will have access to it remotely. So if ever Corona comes in, we can still function smoothly. The business can run. These guys can stay on site. Absolute. I mean, we can get to the space again, like how I have it with Brainwave, or I had it with Brainwave, where you actually pay to have this taken care of, and you have administrators and whatnot. So I would say over here you can click B, it'll unbold, and then you can click B again, and then it will bolden this line. Okay, how do you do this? You go Format, maybe. If you ever don't know anything, just click the plus sign here and say how to freeze a row in Google Sheets. Okay. Freeze on freeze. On your computer, open a spreadsheet, select a row, and then at the top click View, then Freeze. So let's go back here. We've clicked on the row, right? We click on View, which is here, and we click Freeze. Now as we scroll, what you'll see is this is now shifting, and these are shifting, but this one will stay the same. Okay, so you can never get confused. Right, so now that we've got the names taken care of, we've got a PLU code that they're taking out. Perhaps what we should do is we should shift this across here. Command X, you're on two-finger tap. You can say paste special. No, you're going to insert one left, and you're going to go paste. Now all of your names are here, and this is now going to be deleted. Remember, that's two fingers, eh? So two fingers get you there. So the PLU code is the code item that they will be taking out. Let's put this in, and let's go insert one left, and we're going to put an image here. So we're going to put, the image would be IMAGE. It's already bolden because we've set the bold across this entire row. Otherwise, you have to keep on reading this individually. It's a lot more efficient this way. So an image would be here, and the image will draw from the software or the form that you're going to use when the guys are checking the stuff out. All right, if they take multiples, then they need to check out again another device. Okay, so your name over here technically doesn't matter, because what's going to happen is you're going to get different names, and then they might have duplicates. So you might have admire, and he's taken out 167 and 122. Okay, because generally speaking, you're going to take more than one tool. You need maybe a power cable, or you need a whatever, a power tool of some sort. Okay, so now we can say these names need to be removed. I'm just going to cut them out. So Command X. That's there. So now this is empty. Who's taken this stuff today? Do you want to just no wait? Who can go tell?
You wanted to get those.
You wanted to get all of those on.
Pascal.
So Pascani wanted to take all of these devices, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so you basically need his name, his name, his name, his name, his image, his image, his image, his image. You'll have to do it 4 times. So that each and every time he takes something out, he will then bring it back in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You will have to enter this data manually. Okay, so let's say image over here. We might click 2 fingers. We'll insert, and we'll say an image, and it'll be an image in the cell. Now on the iPad, you'll actually be able to take an image right then and there. If I want to, I can do it camera right now. I can allow it, and bring me a tool. I can do this. I can say, here's my device. I can say, take the photo. I can say, insert. Keep this away from the computer, guys. Okay, so this image will insert over there. If you need to see the image, you can click on the image, maybe zoom in. I've never done this before, but you should be able to go in here.
I think if you click on it, it should open.
You're right. Let's
There
check.
should be a way to view image.
Maybe double click.
Yeah.
Double click will edit it. Put image over cells, so now you can see it.
Okay.
Okay, and you can do it again. You can just say Command Z. It goes back. It's backspace. It's this undo button over here. Is Command Z. As you can see, Command and then Z. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to do Command Z again because I don't need that image. Right. So for now, what we might want to do is literally just do that same thing on the iPad. So, Annette, do you want to do this in a form, or do you want to do this where you enter it manually? It might be more efficient to do it manually, actually, with the iPad.
Takes more care.
Yeah, look, a form is efficient, but some things are efficient without forms, and some things are efficient with forms. Like building a house, you wouldn't use a form. Like,
Let's give it a try. And
no, the problem is, though, that you'd have to do the form multiple times. Whereas here, you'd just be on one sheet doing it.
Plus,
But
if you do it manually, you know you're doing it right.
Yeah.
So this way, I think is better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because to have to go and go form 4 times, there I can put his name, I can copy and paste it down. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. So I'm going to do something now. It's going to quickly shift things up. Let's create a form. So we're discussing it. Let's see. We're going to create a form. Let's create a blank form.
I did this morning.
Well done, well done. So our responses need to go to a certain database. The database is selecting an existing database, right? Select that. It's going to decide which one are we looking at. It's going to be the asset list that we're looking at. We can click select. Okay. All right. So what do we have over here? We have an untitled form. So we need to say assets check in, check out. Okay, so your email address will be their email address for GroSpace, or their whatever their main account will be. So I think their main account should be Gmail for this sort of thing, because it will synchronize nice and easily. Okay, so you'll use your. I think we should rather maybe try and keep it internally, like it should be internally sound. So maybe we just stick with the GroSpace. So initial.surname@grospace.co.za, and there's no W. So our first question would be what? Their name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a fault with the N with these computers. Sometimes it does get in, but we'll have to clean out at some point. So we put their name, we'll select multiple choice, we'll select short answer. We can then duplicate this, because now we need to get another piece of information. We need to get the PLU code, all right? So we'll say PLU. Okay, it's a short answer. We can even add it as a checkbox. That would be the fastest method, I think. So you can say checkboxes. Your first one would be PLU1, PLU2.
You have all the codes.
So all your codes will be here, and you can just select them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, how have you saved it? It's PLUs. PLU. Is it 0, 1, and then it goes on. So what we'll do is we'll say 1, click enter, 2, click enter, 3, click enter, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get the picture, right? You guys are gonna have to build the rest of this now. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of travels to like have a lot.
That's fine.
300 odd.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just keep typing.
Okay.
Okay. Do it up to 1,000 if you need to. But there was a way that I figured out the other day where it automatically does it for you. Physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Okay, let's get this up. Right. Okay. Because now, if you do it this way that I'm talking about, it actually will automate it for you. So let me just figure this out quick. Physically fit. Let's add a new one. And let's do check boxes. A drop down could work actually. Physically fit. 1, 2. The thing is, you have to select one with a drop down. That's the problem. Why is it not doing it? It normally would. How to auto populate numbers in Google Forms. Row into text numbers.
T, if you go to the shop today, please grab it to no Doom.
Not Doom. Get the fly swatter. We've got 2 at the house.
Okay.
Because Doom's just going to poison our lungs, and it's kind of.
And you'll end up killing the bugs that I'll put them.
Yeah. Those bugs that you're killing are going to pollinate all of our plants. So we actually kind of do need them. But I think what we do need here is something that we can kill any that are in this space. Yeah. Because that toxin will run out of the window and all those insects will get affected. Okay. Okay, so you're going to need to do this manually, relatively manually.
And I need to set it up one.
Right. So you'll have your PLU codes that you can select. Easy again. Right. So I think what we'll do is we'll duplicate this again. So once you've got your entire list come up, then underneath that we'll have something quite lovely, and that will be an image upload, file upload. Right. Continue. So the code over here will relate to the image over here. Okay. So we should say more or less 5 of these is fine. If we see that people are only taking 4, that's fine as well. Okay. But we should say that people can only take out a certain number of things. Otherwise, what will happen is someone will take out 5 things and never bring them back, and we use 5 things. Okay. If he needs to take out a drill, then he must take out a drill. If he needs a power cable, he must take out a power cable. He doesn't need to take out a grinder as well. But a power cable will be shared between 2 or 3 or 4 people, right? So you might find that one guy takes out the power tool, and the other one takes out the power system, drives the tool. Because Pascal, I'm guessing you're trying to get that little tool plus this little tool plus the power. This at the end of the day actually should be cable tied to the cable of this, so that you never ever lose that thing. You with me? Okay. So that should be 1 item, not 2. So go get some cable ties and tie that on. Okay. So that's that. Oh yeah, it should be. You have an image upload. Righto, tighto. Maximum number of files. You can do 5, 10. Okay, sorted. That takes care of everything. Because now you can put up 10 photos at once and you can select 10 of these units. So we don't actually need to worry about that. It's taken care of. Right. You do understand that this is your training today. If ever you get confused, you must refer back to this video. We'll load this up as a training video on Think Brainwave and maybe perhaps on YouTube as well. Right. And you'll need to at some point, perhaps today or tomorrow, whenever we get the system ready, you need to go get yourself certified as an administrator, so that when people come along and they say, "Oh, well, what's your skill set?" You can say, "I've actually got an accreditation through Think Brainwave to perform Google Ads or whatever your Google admin tasks." Okay, so that's how we will be upskilling people. We're not going to be sending kids to engineering, because you'll never see them again, because that's just real hard. But we can teach them the core principles in-house and accredit them in-house. Okay, so image uploads are there.
Should I take the ladies over to...
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Have they got all the equipment?
Yeah, they do.
So what equipment did they take out?
Well, they're taking the trestles.
So then we need to take that note, bro.
Yeah.
Even them, we can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They need
I'll
to
note
take that machine.
Yeah, you need to take the Yoko as well.
Yeah.
They need
I'll
to
note
take... They'll need to take the inventory that they're taking out with them.
Yeah.
So they can't go yet. Today they can just sit and relax. We need to make sure that this stuff's not 2 boxes are going out and they're selling 2, or 5 boxes are going out. They're saying they sold 2, but they actually sold 3.
Yeah.
Because that's the easiest thing for them to do.
Well, I'll record it.
Right. So as they come, they say how many Avo boxes. It'll say PLU for Avos will be whatever it is. Take a photo, and then say 5 items. Okay.
Should I record it in the book, and then
We'll do another sheet of
Yeah.
just
I think we actually need a slightly different sheet, because there's a difference between inventory and equipment.
Yeah.
So what we're busy with right now is equipment.
do a separate
Make a note in the
sheet
book
of it.
right now for any inventory that's taken out. Inventory is something that you can sell, right? So if you're taking ginger, I would say, why don't you guys start taking ginger? You know, get them to take a tray of ginger and start packing the damn ginger right there. It's pointless them sitting.
Yeah.
Get them pack the ginger into bags. So while they're busy sitting there, they're packing. By the time we get bags we've got ginger in bags. Bags that we can start selling. So give them those white little bags, Mr. T. Okay. So you're responsible. So T is now responsible for what happens to these ladies in terms of their inventory. If the inventory goes missing, he is the one who's liable. Okay. He must make sure then to put parameters in place to mitigate that risk, and in doing so, he'd write the notes down in his book. And he'd make sure that they sign that they've taken the inventory. Are you with it, T?
Yeah.
So that's a delivery note, essentially. This is how you run a business with the inventory.
You're doing admin.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think maybe what you should do is you should get like 3 different books. You know those big A4
Yeah.
books?
Well, this is our book now.
Okay, but then do it in the books.
Yeah.
And once they've signed off against it, then Wendy adds it into the system. Because I think if you're going to sit and wait for everyone to do it on the computer, you're going to waste a lot of time.
You're gonna lose a lot of time.
Yeah. Even like with
It's
your
faster to
clock-ins in the
scribble it.
morning, I think Wendy should sit there, they must write their time, they must sign, Wendy must sign, and then Wendy puts it into the computer.
That's slower than that other system, but actually she does make a point.
Because I think sitting, waiting, and doing every single person individually on the system,
Yeah.
you're going to lose time.
Look, for check-in 100%, not that's digital, but I do agree with the inventory and the stock.
Yeah.
But the stock could be quite fast if they come in here and they're accountable, they can write whatever they want. That's also another issue.
No, look, you've got to oversee.
I think she must definitely write it, they must just sign where she
Yeah.
writes.
Yeah.
Look, but you don't need to write anything. Writing something's going to take time. If you just fill out this form, it'll be fast as the register system. It'll be way smoother than writing. Just trust me.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, you can write it down and double up your work and work extra hard for no reason.
Yeah, because it is going to be more work for you to have to then sit
Yeah.
later and type it all in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
But I'm
Actually-
just thinking getting them out faster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, 100%. Okay, so we got their name, the PLU of the products that they're taking. We'll then know how many products they're taking because it'll pop up on our database. We'll then upload the images. Okay. What other stuff did we need? We need the date out. That'll automatically capture. Removed by. So their name will be. This is.
No, we put the PLU in because you initially said we were going to go with the PLU.
Okay, then we need a signature. Okay. Let's try and see if that's going to work. We might be able to get a signature by a means of.
You should have a stylus, like boys sign on the tablet.
Yeah, but we need to make sure that they can actually
Possible
sign.
to do it on the form.
Correct.
Wow, it's not always.
How to add signatures to a Google form. It shall I do? How to add signatures to a Google form. Okay. It doesn't have an electronic signature feature or an add-on in that case, but instead Google Forms uses device workarounds, like including a field for users to type in their initials to indicate that they accept that as an e-signature alternative.
Okay.
So we don't have to go old school anymore. We can use this method. Okay. So initials. Okay, that's that done. And then this will be a short answer. And then we need to say PLU. This can go to the column. Now, if they're doing it daily, if they're taking it for the day, there must be a deposit. So that deposit will be 10 Rand for every item. If they don't bring it at the end of the day, they get deducted 10 Rand off of their salary. It's as if they've taken it home to use it. You with me? The 10 Rand must be there. Or we must actually put the price of the device. That's what we said to the guys. If you've taken the device and it gets taken and stolen, it must just be replaced. Simple as that. That will breed accountability. As soon as the first person steals a device or loses a device or whatever it may be, an eagle came down and swooped and grabbed the device and took it elsewhere, he loses his deposit of $400 for his grinder. Like, for instance, the chap that came in yesterday, Wesley. He was busy mucking about with the tools. He's now lost 2 pieces to the tool. The tool is now deficient. It's no longer working. He'll be deducted that money off of his salary. Simple as that. And as soon as he realizes that, he'll stop his nonsense. Simple. Okay. And if you find, let's say, if you find your partner is saying, "Can I use your device?" You can say, "Sure, but you must bring it back to me. If you don't, then you must be paying me." Because that's what if I was a criminal, that's how I would think. I would be like, "Hi guys, how's it going? Let's be all friendly," and then I'll go and say, "Hey, can I use your device?" And I'd hide it somewhere and be like, "No, I gave it back to you." Then you'll have constant issues between this oak said this and that oak said that. Hang on, who's the guy who took the thing out? Oh, it was Pascani. All right, then Pascani's responsible. So then that forces Pascani to be responsible over the equipment whilst in his use.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so that deposit will be there. Let's put the deposit here. Let's just say it's 1,000 Rand deposit across the board. That's what we're going to say. Actually, we can do this. We'll get check boxes, drop down. We can say 10 Rand. 10 Rand, then we can say 100 Rand, we can say 500 Rand, we can say 1,000 Rand. And then we can say 5,000, because there are certain devices, like let's say the oxyacetylene welder, that's a 10 grand machine. The guy goes and gets it stolen. Like let's say you're the administrator, right? I don't have to be making sure that the guy's not stealing it. But if he does happen to steal it, or it gets broken, or whatever, it comes out of his salary.
Yeah.
If it's broken, it's a different scenario. We have to judge that accordingly. Okay. I'm going to put you up to 10,000 Rand, because that's a vehicle as well. And then 50,000. Right, and then we'll put up to 100,000. Okay, at some point we'll have equipment like cars that we'll want 100,000 back. And we'll have guys that are earning salaries of that scale and nature. So we'll trust them with certain equipment, but a guy that's earning like 5 grand can't get access to a car.
Yeah.
Unless he's got some sort of business insurance or third-party insurance that protects us. Okay, insurance is actually good from that point of view. So you're going to upload your images, you're going to add your deposits, and then if there are any earnings, let's say he wants to take it overnight, it's fine. You must tell us what he's going to charge to use the thing, and then we're good to go. And here's your earnings, 100 or 10, 100, whatever. I think that we should put this in as a short answer. Okay. Now that this is done, let's preview what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to pop in we're going to pop in my email address at GroSpace now.co.za. My name is Roland. And my name should have employee code. Let's say, let's instead of calling it a name, let's 2 fingers. If that nonsense pops up, you can 2 fingers it out the way. So I think we should use no, we don't need to worry. We've got his email address. His email address is his user identity for this company. Understood? Okay, because that's a unique code. We can put his name, whatever. We don't even need the name, actually. Let me just change that. We don't need name. It's pointless to capture data. That's not necessary because his name's already there. Anyways, we'll continue. Let's say I'm taking out PLU2 and PLU8. This happens to be a drill, and this happens to be a power cord. I can say my image upload, I must add a file. I can select from my device, or I can from my drive. But you can also use previously selected. Let's say he used the device yesterday. You can just take another photo again today.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to retake the photo. You can just take what you already have. Otherwise, we're going to have duplicate images, and we're going to have serious database bloat. Okay. All right. Pass me the iPad, please. In fact, go to this form on the iPad, and let's see what happens, how it looks. Right. So he's going to choose a deposit. Now, let's say you have equipment that's, let's say, worth a grinder is about $400. This over here is worth about $500. So you must say that's apportioned to about 1,000 rand. So now you're going to say 1,000 rand is here. So now we need to have our inventory list with our price of purchase. Are you with me, Wendy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go there, open the form. Asset list. Just reload the page. Have you found it?
Yeah.
Click on it. You got no Wi-Fi. Tell T.
Okay.
Okay, so you got your deposit over here. You're gonna say if the guy's taking it home, he must tell us what his earnings are gonna be, right? Because let's say you're gonna go to your house. You need to basically pay to use that device. You can't just deposit and then never have to pay. You must pay something to use our device because it's a wear and tear. So let's say our earnings will be a minimum of 100 rand per day for whatever the device may be. We'll have to portion an earning price, a charge rate for the guys to take the stuff home. Okay. Because they won't tell us about any contracting work that they're going to do, like piece jobs or whatever. But they'll be using our stuff stickened, and we get it back, and it's like, oh my god, look at this grind is fucked. Okay. So the earnings, we will decide what they're going to be charged for. Okay. And then that will go into the holding accounts. That goes into the bonus for the entire team. Okay.
So now, have you changed your mind? Do you want the
Click on the preview there.
the full form done and not the...
There's an I at the top, next to send, top right. Check the I.
Okay.
Okay, now that's what your form looks like. As somebody comes, start filling it out. So start processing Pascani now. I'm serious, like you could probably do them now. The problem is you just first need to add in your PLU codes.
Yeah, but now the problem is this, and this is where the confusion sets in. They've got to learn to give me their initial and their surname, because that's what the email.
So ask them for their user identity. Your email account is your name. So Pascani P dot whatever your surname is.
Nkosi.
So P dot Nkosi at GroSpace.co.za.
If they just remembered,
You must just remember as well. These are your staff or your stakeholders.
Gotta know their names.
Yeah, how can you not know their
it's-
names?
Yeah, but it's like
That's fine, it's new, but you better learn their names. How can you
shouldn't
not?
you put the first name in as well?
Why?
But the problem is, like, a lot of people
Easier.
might have the same first name,
Because there's a few of them that have got the same last name as well.
but they'll have a different initial.
Potentially, yeah.
Two
Hopefully.
Otherwise,
I've
you
got two that's the same.
you
How
can
did you do their
literally.
accounts?
I've got Anthea and Angel.
So then you must put Anthea dot whatever surname is at
Double
GroSpace.
A
Okay,
Korea.
and there's no 2021s. It's under Gmails. It's their name, their initial dot surname at whatever. Okay, so earnings.
Okay, so what PLUs were there? It was a drill.
I still taking this. Because we're doing you now. You taking this. 1, 2, 2.
You see, you're gonna have to put in all the PLU codes first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What else
maybe
do
that's
you
what you'll sit and do now.
What
And look here, I'm going to
Just
send.
that you wanted to take. What
I'm going to
what
click
was that?
submit.
Oh, I want
We're on the other as well.
Okay, so if you come look here, you'll see that things have changed.
The helmet.
Welding helmet or not? No.
No, the shoe. You can't reach there.
Okay, here's your form responses. All of them will be here. Roland at GroSpace took PLU number 2 and PLU code 8.
Okay.
And then I didn't upload any images, and the deposit would be 1,000 rand. If I don't bring them back, 1,000 gets deducted from my salary. Earnings. You can edit this at a later stage.
So I've got to do a list of.
Yeah. So now your inventory would be much the same. So we could duplicate this for inventory.
And extension.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to this Google form, and in fact we'll go here, and we'll refresh this page.
The extension.
Oh, that one.
Okay.
We use it.
Guys, let's finish this properly because
Yeah, this one.
no one's listening correctly. Let's duplicate this page. So you're going to make a copy. Okay, this one over here we're going to call our asset check-in. So all you do is touch that and it'll copy it straight across. Okay, so your asset check-in is taken care of. Here's your responses. You'll be able to see, all right, this device is getting used a lot. After, let's say, 100 uses, it falls apart. That can now feed into our purchasing structure. So we never have breakdowns. And like, for instance, let's say you've got a MIG welder, and the MIG welder, we know only lasts for about 5 years. We'll know that, okay, this thing's been used X amount of times in 5 years. Or after every 60th use, we need to change the oil in, let's say, the compressor or whatever. Okay. So our service history needs to be included in our equipment list. So right, service at this date, so that we'll sort that out though. Okay, now you'll see a folder over here with all of the images. Cool, deposits here, cool. At the end of the day, as they come back, all they need to do is come back to your form, right? And they'll say name, email address, PLU. I know what this is for. Let's see what the form says. After PLU, what do we get? Questions, PLU, image upload. So there's obviously no image uploaded here, and that's why that isn't showing up. That's peculiar. Earnings, cool. That's cool. I think that's basically it. You just need to come now and fill out your PLU codes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I'm sure that we can fix something real fast. What we can do is need to link it to the database somehow. Let me think. No, it won't work. The easiest and simplest way for you is if I could just do one-liners, I'm sure. Right, so when he brings it in now, you see his name, it wasn't filled in or whatnot. When he brings it in, you could just say checked in, returned. I've got an idea. We can do this. No, you're going to have controlling it, so returned. Cool. Now all we do is we say data, format, insert it is tick box. Okay, let me just drag this thing along. Command C. You can just go down for days.
Far as you need to.
As far as you need to literally go down to 1,000 if necessary. Or to 102. Okay, so now as the guy comes back, it must be returned. Okay, and then dates. Return dates. We will build this system, and then I'll build us a system that actually you can do this online on our own platform. Like we'll build this on probably like Laravel, which is a nice sort of software platform. And as they check in, they can check their tools at the same time. So that's 6:30 until 7 period is going to be their check-in, their register, plus their checkout for their tools. At the end of the day, they have to return them, don't they? So they have to come back in here, and that's when you log their time and you log their tooling. All of this will be done at the same time, quickly. So you'll be able to sit here and go, okay, cool. Roland came in at whatever time in the evening, and he checked in his tool. Data is fine. Let's do this. Command B is to bolden, and then you want to be doing this over here and placing it in the middle. I'm quite pedantic about certain things. Alright, if you want to delete it, you just do this, command, or you can just go command backspace. Or just go 2 fingers, delete row. Okay, so that's all your data sheets clean. You then probably would need to transfer this across your inventory and equipment. That would be your admin function. So you're going to be capturing data, and you're going to be turning it into information. That's how you process data. So whatever he says there, time in, whatever, you can copy paste across. Or you just take this line item, copy, and then you can go inventory, paste, and then it'll paste whatever. See now your little checkboxes there. Command Z is to go back. What you need to do now is to jump on asset check in checkout.
I just need to go to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah. And I need you to then add cancel. So now, because I deleted that previous file, the database is telling us, hey, this file has actually been deleted.
Really?
Hang on a sec, bro. Yeah.
What are we going on the price point? I told him to pack 1 kilogram bags because 2 kilograms selling on the streets just makes
Yeah,
sense.
bro. If we can sell them at 1 kilo or even half a kilo.
Yeah.
But are we going to sell them the fingerlings or are we going to sell them?
I'm going to sell a bag.
Yeah,
Kilo bag,
bit of a
price
mixture.
point.
I think a mixture. 50-50 between the big stuff and the baby stuff.
Okay.
These are your end consumers. They don't know the difference between AAA grade ginger, which is
Yeah.
has been sun-kissed and stroked by the hand of a virgin. Stupid shit like that doesn't really matter. They're just going to buy ginger.
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure that they mix it 50-50,
Okay.
and then that'll help us to adjust our selling price.
So I've tied it a lot tighter because when it's loose, it seems like far less to the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 500 grams and 1 kilo.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to sit now. And
And
you're
what
gonna
price
add.
point?
We'll discuss that. So let's add an option. Option 11. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I set it up now. There we go. It's working now. There we go. So option 11. Option 12. So all you need to do is just know that option 12 is your PLU code. You're creating your PLU code right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and duplicate this. I'm going to say here. There we go. There we go.
How did you do it?
I deleted it and then I popped up here. Okay. Then what you just go now is you go right, you click enter. Oh man. Okay, it's fine. Option 1 is what we're going to stick with then. How's that?
Yeah, that works out better.
Yeah.
That's one for the fact that they're behind the desk.
That's another thing that needs to be managed, eh?
That's gas.
The gas is leaking.
You can smell it.
No, I smell it.
Are you sure the gas is not coming out the bottle and it's a faulty bottle? Check the bottle, T.
No, it's not.
Sure.
Let's go on. I'll switch it off.
You don't need to do this though. You can literally just go.
I'm not going to take one for the outside.
Oh, that's gonna also have this.
Okay, now you just press your enter.
Oh, yes.
Let me just quickly do it actually.
Would you hold it in? Doesn't work if you hold it in.
And it does. Legendary. Not just a pretty face. Fuck.
Your poor finger is gonna.
Like my computer's gonna be like, dude, seriously? Goodness
You're
gracious.
abusing me.
Okay. And then what we'll do is our inventory
So
check-in will be
there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
this is the image. of the inventory.
Mhm.
This is our option number, and that's that. That's our PLU taken care of. Simple. It'll work super smoothly. So you get 100 odd day. Are you guys all watching this? So you can hold in enter, and then enter will produce all of these things for you.
So you don't have to do it manually.
Yeah.
You don't have to type each
No
one
more
in.
tapping on.
No.
Right down. 6 meter ladder, yeah?
Please, you can if you can, bro. Let's get that. What's this one? The one that extends like zoop, 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 zoop. Not the A-frame and not the long one, the straight one that we've already got.
Mhm.
There's one that literally folds up to this sort of height, and then you pull it up, and it goes higher. Okay, if we're going to be doing power cables, no one can just be walking past, because someone's going to pull this off my iPad, it's going to get smashed on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did you say we need to pick up at the house again?
We need to take a trailer through today at some point, and we need to collect the skulls.
Okay.
It's pointless leaving them there.
Yeah.
Let's bring them here and let's start shipping them out.
Mhm.
So yeah, we can start working on them and packaging them and shipping one shot.
Okay.
I think I have a silicone iPad case that we want to bring it so that your iPad's at least
Yeah,
protected.
that'd be great actually.
Because it's not protected in that thing.
No, like I'm pretty decent in my equipment, but when you're in a space that's quite industrial,
Exactly. And there's a lot of people working with it. I think.
yeah. So then who's going to be accountable for it? So I think what we need to say is this iPad won't be here for long. Your mom is going to get my iPad in exchange for the little computer that she
Yes.
had, because she's going to be much easier, much more compatible with that, and the battery lasts very long. And
The
that old,
computer's
that
just too old.
that's too old. I prefer to just give her that.
And I mean, have you heard when she
Did you
switches
check
it
it
on?
out?
She's like it's like
Sounds like it's gonna
jet
take
engine.
off.
Did we check it out?
Let's see.
No, this is
Oh wait.
Does it have a PLU code? Yeah.
What's
Okay.
this one?
So should I take a photo?
Wait, we're gonna do this thing from day one, but then it's exactly how to do it. Bro.
Okay.
Okay. First and foremost, we're gonna add our PLU, our images directly into our database now, and then we're gonna allow it to take it out.
Okay.
Okay. Oh man, something's not right, chat. It's a bugger up.
What's wrong?
It's like almost duplicating itself. 432, 98. Okay. That's fine. 360, 370, 380, 400, 25. Then it jumps down here. Must have done something. You know what I
I
did?
think it's because, remember, it didn't have option at first.
Yeah.
So probably when you're clicking enter, it turned that into option.
Absolutely. And also that would have been the previous validations on the database, I think, because I restored the previous database. And that would have been an issue. But just remember, this is just an interface for a PHP database. So it will be a little bit confusing because these guys are trying their best, to make it as easy for us as possible.
I'm confused.
Yeah. You did ALL, right?
No,
You had Tux over here.
I'm at Varsity College.
Alright.
Go back to campus on the 1st of March.
Yeah, Connor's doing Varsity College. Can I ask for that, bro?
Absolutely.
Thanks, my brother. I get some breakfast at some point.
Maybe we should stick one. Oh yeah, there it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's imperative that we get this sorted out today, because if we lag it, it's just going to screw things up.
Yeah, it's gonna be an incident at some point.
Well, we already had our incidents. Let's not allow any bullshit to happen again.
Fair enough.
In fact, there must be a way to do this faster.
You did it already. So there's no point in trying to find a master way.
I like it. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's see if this works now.
Have we done checkout for
Nope.
what he's taking right
I'm
now?
so confused.
What Pascani's taking?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so.
No,
What's
you
going
told
on?
him to wait.
Tell him to go get the equipment back then, see? Everyone must wait. Today is an admin day. We're
Let me
focusing on
see.
getting our admin situation in order, so that from now on we can fucking fly. Right. You guys are still going to be a little bit higgledy-piggledy for a day or two, but you've got, 2 days to make sure that this thing's working fucking fast. Okay.
Mom, your mask is on backwards.
Where's the ashtray?
Yes, babe.
Wait.
Just the tap.
I have flavored water if you want.
All right.
No, thank
So that's
you.
taken care of. Right. Pop up that, reload that image there and bring it here. It's going to be super simple, bro. Like at first it seems confusing, but I promise you I'm making it so simple that even a rat could do it.
Just turn it.
Okay, so let's just do this. Scroll down, hit this button here. Okay. Okay, so now it's ready. Someone can come, they can select the PLU code. Why is this still only 10 items?
Did you refresh it?
I tried. Let's see, it is connected.
Maybe you need to go out of it. and go
Yeah,
back in.
perhaps. Yeah, definitely. You know what I think's happened? I think we've got a... Okay, this is now updated. Okay. Because now we've been manipulating the database. Ah, it's a different form. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, so we were right, it was the wrong form. Okay, now that we are here, we can refresh this. We can get rid of all of these little tabs. Don't worry about C's, I'll handle that kind of stuff as well. Okay, let's open this in our own sheet or own drive. And now we've got asset check-in. This has created a folder because all of the images from the people that are taking out our products are going to be loaded into that folder. We also then have to take photos of their IDs and all that kind of stuff at some stage. So I reckon that will be a slight admin nightmare. Not really, because we kind of set that up already in the register. So your Instagram and all that. How to get that sorted? We're going to upload it when they come in today. All right. Happy. Let's go across to our asset checklist. So this is going to be opened in Safari. We don't use Google Chrome ever. So we're going to do this. We're going to say, let's type it in here. Yeah. Oh, right. We have to use this one. GroSpace 1.0 1.0 at gmail.com. And then over here we need to use GroSpace 2021. Show the password, GroSpace 2021. Let's click next. And there we have it. All right. So now this is the kind of thing that I can share with you, which you've got option 1. You can select all of them. Okay. So whatever PLU code you're bringing in, you already have them here.
Okay.
Okay,
It's like 400.
and it goes up to 474. Eh?
Okay.
So if you need to add more,
Yeah, because there is
you
going
can
to be
just
a
say
few
other
things.
for now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and other, if it doesn't have a PLU code, you might want to mention what it is.
Yeah, no, look, I'll give everything a PLU code.
Okay, then there must have a deposit. You choose. You need to know the valuation of this item. Okay, this item should have a price right next to it,
Oh, okay.
so that you'll know what the deposit is.
Okay.
Okay, and you'll sum them up together. Okay. You're adding your file. You are going to save files from your device. You can say photo library or take a photo.
Yeah.
What do? You're going to take your photo.
Yeah, I like that to do it with my IDs.
Okay. And then you're going to say their earnings, if they're going to be making an earnings. Like you ask them, are you taking this away overnight or are you keeping it just for today? No, I'm taking it overnight. All right, cool. This is going to cost you X amount of money. It's going to go towards our mutual fund, and the mutual fund will be a bonus that gets distributed amongst our stakeholders.
Okay.
Okay, just so that there's accountability, so that everybody feels like our stuff doesn't get stuffed up as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So there we go. Send me a copy of my response. So this goes directly to their email accounts.
Okay.
You then also need to go and set up the email accounts on their cell phones.
Yeah.
Or you come here onto the computer or on the iPad and you're going to visit their email accounts.
Yeah.
And help them. All right? So
You've just
how
got
would you
the-
do that?
you've
You
just
go
got
like this. You
two-
go into Safari. You add a new tab. As long as it is private. You can see it says where it's private. You see private. You click private. And then it'll be a new tab like this. So now you can say Gmail. Okay. And the reason I want it to be private is I don't want my cookies to remember all these like details. But I could actually set it up that way to make it easier for everyone. Yeah, maybe we don't do privates.
Rather just press don't remember.
Yeah, or you could
Settings.
just remove the cookies at any particular time.
No, it's clear cache.
Because it'll help her when it comes to password entry. She doesn't need to keep typing GroSpace. You with me? Okay. Cool. So that's that taken care of. Right, you know how to do this now. You come here. You're going to do you're going to go drive. You're going to go assets check-in. You go Safaris and open that. The reason we use Safari is it's far more battery efficient, and it's the software has been optimized for the hardware in this device. Okay. Cool. So option 1, all the things are there.
Just keep scrolling.
Just keep scrolling out. Okay.
Right.
So you can do this now. And let's quickly share this to the group. Let's airdrop this actually. No, we're wasting time. You can just go here.
I don't want them going and making changes to it.
Yeah, no.
So rather go and share it.
So you can put all the details,
Yeah.
select, and then click submit, and it'll submit. And then you know what happens at the end? It pops up with that little thing that says do it again.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do that unless you set it like this. So you would need to actually show your asset check and check out. You go like this. I think you go responses. Yeah, it would be under responses. So it's this is now accepting responses. Okay. We can check our settings. Nope. Responses, questions. It does something like this. Okay, we're creating a new checklist right now. I mean, a new list. Let's change our settings here. Limit to 1 response? No. Edit after submit? Yes.
Okay.
So you can change it if necessary if you make a mistake.
Mm.
Okay, but the problem with that is when you come to the next guy, you mustn't say edit. You must say submit new form.
Yes, nice.
Okay.
Where's your glasses?
Collect email addresses.
In my bag somewhere.
Arnold, so the gens that are going to be digging, you say that you recorded the tools that they took out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're taking out the state.
Okay.
All right.
So then when they want to get started, or should they start at the far end or close by here?
Who?
They started the gens that are digging.
No, don't let them touch the ground.
Okay.
No one touches the ground until I get there.
Okay.
They need to understand because there's piping shit that they're gonna fuck up, and then
Yeah.
there's too much to go wrong there, and then they're gonna can't touch it just yet. So cool. This is working. I'm gonna quickly. I'm not even gonna do my one. Let's do whoever was here, Pascani. Check that it works by going into your assets sheet. It should be here. I think your asset list will be here. I'm just gonna text one.
I'm going to enjoy my shower tonight.
Is that why there's so many flies?
Hey.
Well,
Okay.
if you think about it, none of you showered last night.
Yeah.
Try like for the last couple of days. It's been
No,
bad.
no. Doreen.
So let's add
we
a
need to go
file.
buy you dry shampoo. You can shower with dry shampoo.
I literally need to.
Shower in a can.
Surely.
Isn't that a thing? That is a thing.
Portuguese shower, yeah.
I saw the flat or the cottage.
What cottage?
But these two are cohabitating.
When we actually stay there, otherwise we sleep in the car. And I slept
It
like a
is
baby.
just
Not
clothes
as bad as
and
Phoenix.
dishes and
Oh, hell no.
oh hell yeah.
Okay, so
I
now
wouldn't even
it
go near
works.
it.
Now you go submit another response. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so now let's look at our asset list. Let's refresh here. So I want to see if there's a new asset list. Should be asset check-in list. What?
Don't
So
check
that's the
in, check out.
files. I think what's happening is I want to do responses. Okay, let's check the database. Asset check in, check out. Okay, let's create this as a new destination, so we can actually store it as a thingy. Right, there we go. It's popped up. So here's your first one. Your drive image will be here. So if anyone ever gives us shit, we just say, look here, here's the image of you and the device. You owe us 1,000 Rand.
Yeah.
Simple.
Okay.
And this is the PLU that you took. If you took more, it would be option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4.
Okay, can I do it?
Okay, so now that that's taken
I'm
care of,
feeling repetitive.
okay, now that we're done, let's go into here. Okay, we can do this, make sure that this is taken care of. So if I don't do this properly, then I'm going to have to keep on giving you a hand, and I want to leave you to run with this thing now. All you have to do, collect your information, sometimes just check that it's working over here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to go looking for him.
Don't go there.
Yeah, literally, I don't want anyone coming to look for me. I've got to go to the next team now. I've got to develop that team. I'm going to go to the next, the next, the next. So I'll quickly go across the diggers next. So your asset check in, check out, asset list. This is getting.
No,
This
I
is
need
being
to
kept.
clap the
That's being the
assets.
asset list must be theirs at a later stage. Later today, once you've checked all the guys out, you'll say what is each PLU, option 1, option 2. You're going to put your description in this asset list.
Yeah.
Okay. But not this one, because this one is an old one. So that's your responses. That's when you know what is this one. Yeah. What is this? You must make sure that you know what you're talking about. What is this? What date is this?
week.
What is it?
Time in and time out.
So this is the register.
And the
Did you type this in
temperature.
manually?
Yeah.
You
No, I
retards.
copied and
Today.
pasted.
No, you guys.
Which one?
So
So what do
now-
you mean? This today?
Pause.
Yes.
Pause.
Yeah, this is
Pause. Pause. What we need to do is create your form so that this takes care of it for you. This typing nonsense is going to fuck up our time. We've got far too much to do in concept chapter. We're going to put the form in, and the form's already here. So that's not an issue. You can go here. Okay, it won't be on this device.
Okay,
It'll
you mean
be-
so that we do the sheet like it?
Yeah, everything's responsive. Everything's form orientated. Because it's like, I'm going to create a system that you can go onto our system, check the guys in, check them out. Obviously, when they're here, busy checking in, it's going to give us a time that they checked in, right?
Yes.
They're gonna. That's when they're coming to get their equipment.
It does. Yeah.
So there's your date, there's your timestamp, done. You don't need to do
Okay.
anything more than that. Besides that, you need a list similar to this one of your employee list, where you've got all your details. But this should have been collected in the past, and we've done this already now.
Yeah.
So now we should have a new employee form that you can collect all of this data, and it pushes it directly here. But I'll work on that with you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll set this up that the numbers come in as 083 instead of 83 what.
I looked, I could not
We
figure
tried.
it
I'll
out.
show you how to do it. Okay.
Like I know how to do it in Excel.
There's something called Google. You guys can try that. So this will be an hour course.